Hey guys, welcome back to Rossoneri TV. I'm Gio and I'm here for the match preview of Bologna against AC Milan. Match that will be played on Wednesday, February the 8th at 8:45 p.m. Italian time at the Stadio Dallara in Bologna. For those of you that still don't know the purpose of this match, it is the rescheduled match which will be taking place, or at least should have been taking place, in December. But of course, we know the story as to why it got postponed, and that was because there was a fixture against Juventus in the Supercoppa Italiana. So finally, it is getting played tomorrow, and it is a very, very big match, especially for Milan. We've been talking about this particular match for a very, very long time now, and it's because this is the game in hand that Milan had over its competitors. This is the game in hand in which Milan needs to make sure that they get the 3 points and definitely hope for no more false movements, because at this point in the month and in the season, you just cannot afford any more false movements. Speaking of false movements, Milan really hasn't had a very good month of January, and not even a good start to the month of February. They have lost 3 out of the last 5 games in the Serie A, and those losses came against Sampdoria, Udinese, and Napoli. Sampdoria and Udinese weren't teams that were even in the top half of the table. They were teams that when we played them, they were 13th and 14th respectively, and we still managed to lose and drop points against them. The same thing cannot happen against Bologna tomorrow. They got destroyed on the weekend against Napoli, 7-1 at home, and definitely they are a very broken team, at least in terms of morale. You could just see the players giving up in some points against Napoli in that game. So they're a very beaten up team, and we need to take real advantage of that. We know that they're not maybe going to be playing up to their potential, even though they want to have some revenge with themselves, or at least, come back in a great style and pick up the 3 points against Milan. That will speak volumes to their fans and so forth. So they're definitely going to want to, come back from that very disappointing situation into a winning situation against a team like Milan that's currently out of form. So like I said, we definitely need to take advantage of this particular situation that is going on at Bologna, especially since last weekend when they got destroyed by Napoli. And really, there's just no excuses whatsoever if we're not able to pick up the 3 points against Bologna. This game, like I mentioned at the beginning, is probably one of the biggest games for the sole purpose that this is the game in hand that needs you, or at least that we need to take advantage of if we want to get closer to our competitors, and that is Lazio, Inter, and Atalanta, which they're all pretty much occupying the Europa League positions at the moment. A win against Bologna would mean that we would rise to 40 points, which would be only 2 or 3 points away from the European positions, at least for the Europa League. So that's definitely not too bad. But it's an occasion that we cannot afford to drop points, and we need to take, once again, full advantage of it. Let's take a look at the starting, or at least the probable starting 11 for Milan, though, without any further ado. Lots of changes once again coming to the starting 11. Donnarumma is expected to start in net. Abate, Paletta, Romagnoli, and Vangioni make up the back 4. Kuchka, Locatelli, and Pasalic the midfield. Suso, Lapadula, and Deulofeu up front. So finally, I guess Montella is trying to integrate the pieces that he made mistakes with against Sampdoria. He's finally trying to put them back in their right places for this game. As you could tell, Paletta and Romagnoli will most likely be the center back pairing again. We saw too many problems going on there with Paletta and Zapata in the past game against Sampdoria. Of course, Zapata giving that giveaway, Paletta causing the penalty shot which won Sampdoria the game. And simply, I didn't like Romagnoli being played on that left side as a left back. I like him where he is. I like him as a center back. And that pairing up with Paletta has been very, very strong this season. So there's no reason as to why Romagnoli should be starting on the left when you have an option of a real, left fullback like Vanjoni sitting on the bench and not being used. Now, this caused a lot of criticism towards Montella throughout the course of last game. Many people were wondering, why isn't Vanjoni even playing if we have him on the bench? And why are we opting for Romagnoli instead if we have a player that is supposed to be playing in that position? And despite the injuries of De Sciglio, Antonelli, and so forth, Vanjoni still didn't get a chance. Well, this could actually be the first game that he gets the start for Milan. So I'm expecting that to happen. And also Abate will be starting on the right instead of Kuchka as he did last game. Speaking about the midfield now, Kuchka will be playing on the right mid. Locatelli will be making a return in that center mid role, and Pasalic will be starting on the left. Suso up front with Lapadula possibly getting a start over Bacca, and Deulofeu of course starting on the left. Speaking about Lapadula, I definitely believe that he deserves a chance to start games now. He's been very clinical. I know he hasn't scored goals, but at least when he was coming on for Bacca in recent games as a substitute, he showed to be more involved, had more of an immediate impact than Bacca. So I definitely believe that he deserves a chance to start in this game. Bacca has expressed, at least he was saying sorry to the team and the coach about his performance and the way that he reacted last game when he got subbed off. He said that he was going to buy the team supper, but at the end of the day, actions speak louder than words, and that's exactly what Lapadula has been doing when he was given a chance. So I definitely hope that he gets a start tomorrow, and that Bacca has some time off and reflects on what he could do to improve his performances. So that's pretty much it for the probable starting 11 going forward for tomorrow's game. I can't really complain about the decisions. I just hope that it looks something like this, because in terms of the midfield, I pretty much agree with those choices. Same thing goes for the defense. I don't think we can do much better than that in terms of who could play, knowing that we have a lot of players out due to the injuries. And up front, I hope that Deulofeu will be getting a good game in himself, a good performance, and hopefully we'll see him being clinical as well in front of the net. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. Of course, tomorrow we will be having our live stream watch along 30 minutes prior to kickoff, and that will be followed by the match review after the game. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to Rossoneri TV to stay updated with everything going on at the club. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. This has been Gio signing off, and as always, Forza Milan.